Labrina, thanks so much for joining us today. Massachusetts has one of the most expensive housing markets in the country. Can you give us a snapshot of what's happening in housing here in the Commonwealth?
The core of the issue in housing is that everyone in Massachusetts needs to be able to have a stable place to sleep each night. Point blank, right? And ensuring that those in our community can meet their basic needs, that's a matter of dignity and respect.
So, what is the challenge with us making that available for folks?
You know, through COVID-19, through cold, harsh New England winters, people across the state of Massachusetts continue to go unhoused, many of whom even continue to go unsheltered. And since the state eviction and foreclosure moratorium was lifted in October of 2020, upwards of 20,000 evictions have been processed. In economically difficult times, it's not uncommon for folks that are pushed out of the mainstream housing system to double up, staying with family or friends, or even sleep outdoors. But those options, which aren't optimal to begin with, have been made exponentially less safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. And truly, no individual or family should be left out in the cold, not metaphorically and not literally out in the cold without a place to go.
So, how can we solve this challenge? What more can we do to really address the housing crisis here in Massachusetts?
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite questions, because we can all be a part of making sure that our legislators hear our voices and know that we expect them to prioritize the needs for everyone to have access to safe, dependable, and affordable housing options. As the state makes spending decisions, there are opportunities to join hearings and be in contact with local officials and let them know that families need safe conditions, and that needs to be one of their priorities.
Got it. And lastly, for viewers, what's one thing that they can do to get involved in the housing debate?
Yes, there are many great organizations across the Commonwealth working to make sure that housing remains a priority, especially as we look to make critical COVID recovery plans. And one of the organizations that I recommend folks get connected with is called Homes for All. Right now, you can go visit homesforall.org to support ongoing policy solutions, things like rent control, eviction, and foreclosure protections, and more.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we can get folks in from the cold. And thank you so much for that update, Labrina.
Thank you, Reggie.